I have a best friend named Greg, and I've known Greg since second grade. And Greg was always like the tallest kid in every class we were in. We were in school together from elementary school through junior high school. And Greg was everything I wasn't. He was tall, light skinned, green eyes, able to talk to girls and later women. And I was just still my Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle self. But we became best friends. I'm not sure how that happened. We became friends. And then we got older. And I remember he would pick me up and he'd say, "Man, let's go see some girls." And it's like, okay. Now that means he would talk to women and I'm just sitting there. So I was not a wingman. I was just there. We went to Church's Chicken one day, and Greg had like a Trans Am or some type of sports car. And he had this fake phone. And this is like 1988 maybe. He had this fake phone that he had in his car. And we'd go to Church's Chicken and he'd be sitting there and say, "Yeah, I was talking to this guy." And these girls walk up, "Oh my God, Greg, you got a phone in your car?" I was just sitting there like, "Oh my God, that phone is so fake." The execution was fantastic. That would happen a lot. Like he would say, he'd pick me up, man. "Oh yeah, let me stop here for a second. Stop by some apartment." I'm sitting there for like an hour. And again, no social media, no cell phones. I'm looking at the car manual. It's like, Jesus Christ, how long? You come on like an hour late. "Oh man, sorry." We sorry. I was reading this car manual. We went to this place one day. We went to a car lot and we stole off this same car that he had. Because I guess at that car lot, they had like damaged vehicles, and we stole a rear spoiler off the back of a car. It's like, dude, we're going to jail. What are we doing? Man, I was scared for a week because I thought we was going to get arrested. But he put it on his car. So yeah, and he joined the Air Force. He got married. I was the best man at his wedding. I became friends with the maid of honor. And I'm still cool with his ex-wife. His ex-wife is good people, man. In fact, Greg and his ex-wife, they got divorced years ago, but they actually became better friends. So the reason I'm saying all this stuff is that by in-laws, I didn't know this. My cousin is in-laws with Greg. And my cousin told my dad, it's like, because he kind of knew Greg. And he said, Greg is sick. And he got a month to live. Insane. Now, I haven't spoken to Greg for over 15 years. He had moved out of state. He came a little more, but we're still cool. We'll never not be cool. Like whenever he pops up, it's like we're back in high school again. So it was never that. I'll reach out to him on Facebook. So most times I was reaching out to his ex-wife. It's like, "How's he doing?" It's like, "Hey, crazy as always." So to his ex-wife. And then I got friendly with his son that they had. The maid of honor years later got mad at me and said, "You haven't talked to your godson." It's like, dude, it's like 19. What am I going to say to him? I haven't seen him since he was a baby. So I got to meet him. And he was like a shorter version of his dad. Like he's just a shorter version of him. The only difference is he's more he still had that gift of gab, but he was more romantic with. He's more of a poet with his. But he got a family now. He got a nice, beautiful family. So good for him. So my dad told me that Greg only had a month to live. It's like, man, what's going on? And then a few days later, my dad said he died. Gen X is a little bit different than the younger generations. Like you guys have seen a lot of death from your peers. Sometimes we saw death as a Gen Xer. We saw death sometimes if a kid was sickly. I knew a guy named Jeff, and he was sickly, and when he died years later, it's like, oh well, he survived for a long time with his illness. Like, and most of the death we've seen was like in hip hop and R&B. So the younger generations, you guys have dealt with a lot of death from elementary on, from shootings and things like that. Gen X, we didn't deal with that as much. Older people, family members, artists, but not peers too often. So now I'm at an age, he's at an age now that my mom died pretty young because she had cancer. So he's died the same age as just about as my mom. And my parents were almost married for 30 years. So I'm not thinking about me dying. Like I feel pretty healthy. Like I had the prostate biopsy I had last year was kind of scary, but you're getting older. So I'm not thinking about death in that way. I just feel like we're at that age now where these things are going to start happening more often. Like I've had friends who've had strokes, some minor, some severe. I have friends who battled cancer. they survived. But to lose somebody that you've been friends with forever, that you were the best man at their wedding, that you're the godfather to his son, and he was always like the dude you kind of looked up to. It's like, man, I wish I was kind of more like you. And now he's gone. It just feels weird. So here's my thing. If you haven't talked to a friend in a long time, let's say you had a really good friend and you haven't talked to them in a long time, reach out to them. Call them, go out to Facebook, Twitter, wherever they are. Just reach out to them. And if they don't write back, that's totally fine. I've reached out to Greg a ton of times. But it's okay. It's okay. It's just showing, hey, man, or gal, like I'm just reaching out to say, hey, checking to see how you doing. You don't have to write back. I just want to say, hey. Or just say, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy Memorial Day, whatever it is. Just reach out and say hey to that person. If they don't write back, that's fine. People are busy. It means nothing, but you have peace of mind to let them know you're still thinking about them. I will not have that chance to talk to Greg again. However, he has a great son, a great ex-wife, and I will always have memories of us being at Church's Chicken with him on that fake phone. Ah, he was so cool. Rest in peace, Greg.